Hello viewers, and welcome to another informative edition of Dialogue with Donna, a weekly production of the Ministry of Communications that will highlight the various initiatives and programs of the Government of Trinidad and Tobago. I am coming to you from the Ministry of Communications building located on Lady Young Road in Mova. Last week, I had the pleasure of sharing with you the mission and vision of the Ministry of Communications, along with its 5 divisions and 3 state agencies. I also shared some good news about the distribution of houses by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development and check presentations to national governing bodies by the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs. I also gave some details on the new polymer $100 note. Today, we start with a recent interview featuring Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and senior journalist Kamal Georges. Dr. Rowley highlighted key points, and some of these points are: a decision will soon be made with regard to the Petrotrin takeover and preferred bidder, OWTU's Patriotic Energies and Technologies Company Limited. There will be no devaluation of the TT dollar, as devaluation also increases the cost of living of citizens in the country. Foreign exchange was made available to areas where it can make the best contribution to the manufacturing sector. Draft legislation on campaign finance reform should be in the Parliament this year. $5 billion was spent per year on social services, from pensions to grants to food cards. An appeal was made by our Honorable Prime Minister to the country's young people to avoid smoking marijuana, and a reminder that it is classified as a dangerous drug. Demonetization of the old $100 note was deemed a success, and Trinidad and Tobago is now in a much better position to treat with elements of general criminality across the country. A strong message was sent to men concerning domestic violence, that they should have an understanding that all women require the same love that they have for their mothers and sisters, and that it starts with respect. If you haven't yet seen this very engaging and informative interview, you can view it on the Facebook pages of the Ministry of Communications or the Office of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's head across to Bonia Gardens in Arouca, where the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts opened the brand new multi-purpose Bonia Community Center. This is exciting news, as residents have been waiting over 30 years for a community center to call their own. I am looking forward to hearing about and seeing all the wonderful community and family building activities that will take place in this beautiful facility. The Ministry of Works and Transport, in the execution of its mandate to deliver road infrastructure, has accelerated its road rehabilitation program. Members of the public can look forward to road paving exercises being conducted in communities throughout Trinidad. Road rehabilitation programs were recently completed in the following areas: Aripita Avenue, Port of Spain; Bellbird Avenue, Maloney; Kingbird Drive, Maloney; Southern Main Road, Otahiti; Reservoir Hill, Point Fortin; and 8th Street, Lopino, Bonia West. Before I end today, I must make special mention of the Ministry of Education, as they worked with Trinbago to launch the National Schools Panorama Competition, with a new record this year of 67 participating schools. The finals of the competition was held on January the 26th at the Queen's Park, Savannah. I hope you were able to go out and support our young panists and enjoy the sweet songs of our national instrument. Well, that's it for today, my friends, on this week's edition of Dialogue with Donna. Remember to stay in touch with us at the Ministry of Communications, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Until next week, be blessed.
This was a production of the Ministry of Communications Information Division.